I promised I'd come back and let you know how the earthing mat or grounding sheet for our bed is going, and so that's what this video is about. Hi there, my name is Sue. If you've not visited my channel before, I talk lots about the carnivore diet, but I talk about other stuff to do with health and lifestyle as well. So I bought a grounding sheet for our bed just a couple of weeks ago. We've actually had it for 12 days now, 12 nights. Now, a little bit of backstory. My husband has been having sleep issues for quite a number of years. When we lived in New Zealand last time, we lived here for 4 years, about 20 years ago now. He didn't sleep well when we lived here then either. He would wake up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning every day. And of course, he was, 15, 20 years younger then. And so this time it's been actually affecting him more because he's now 65. And so living in Australia, for some reason, this has never been an issue for him. But in New Zealand, both times when we've been back, it has been. Now, this has been going on probably for, I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 years. I'm not really sure when it started again, but what happens is that it doesn't matter what time he goes to bed, he'll wake up between 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, sometimes earlier, and then just can't get back to sleep, so he ends up getting up. And, over the time, it was really starting to affect him. So he's never been one to, sleep during the day or to doze off while he's watching something. That's me. That's always been me. I'd fall asleep watching TV. I'd fall asleep after tea. That's kind of always been normal for me, but not for him. But what was happening was that he'd fall asleep at lunchtime, eating his lunch while he's actually eating. He would be falling asleep. He would fall asleep at dinner time, eating his dinner, and he was starting to get to the point where he was really struggling to drive the car. He would start getting dozy and tired because the lack of sleep was really starting to affect him. And so I was kind of getting a little bit concerned, wasn't quite sure where to go with it all, and wasn't quite sure how to try and sort him out. So what I was doing was getting him to increase his fat in his diet a little bit, and that seemed to be helping. So I'd finally got him to try some butter mayo, and so he was having that on his dinner, and he's just in the last couple of weeks discovered that he likes butter in his coffee. So that's a new thing. So getting some more fat into his diet, I think, is something that he really needed. And so what we were finding was that before getting the grounding sheet, that he was gradually getting the occasional night of full sleep. But that was only happening probably once a week, once every 10 days. And so our grounding sheet arrived 12 days ago, as I said. And the first night, he slept until 6:45. The second night, he slept until 7:30. And then every night since, he has slept until at least 6:30 in the morning. He hasn't had one night where he's been awake at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So that grounding sheet is definitely doing something for him. Both of us are feeling pretty good. He's stopped falling asleep while he's eating. He's can drive the car now without wanting to fall asleep. And it was funny because after the first few days I came through and he was sitting at the table and he said to me, he goes, he said, I've just realised that in the first week I've had an extra 2 nights of sleep. And I thought, you're absolutely right. So that's a lot of sleep that he was missing out on, heaps. And so over time, that was just accumulating, that was just building up. And because, he's getting older, it was really starting to affect him. Years ago when that was happening, it didn't seem to bother him too much. But this time, especially over the last 12 months or so, it's been getting really bad. So I'm so glad that the grounding sheet has worked for him, and increasing his fat content, I think, is making a difference as well. So if you are thinking about buying one of these grounding sheets, I would say go for it. They don't work for everybody. For me, I've been having a little bit of issue with my sleep, but I think it's to do with my change of diet to doing the high fat carnivore, and just my body adjusting, and I think I was having too much fat, more than what my body could handle, and so I've dropped my fat in the last couple of nights. Have been pretty good. So for me, there hasn't been any huge kind of noticeable change with the grounding sheet, but that except for I think maybe less body pain, I think, but then that could be my diet as well. So it's hard to say what's kind of making changes with me at the moment because I'm doing so many things, but I can tell you that I'm feeling pretty bloody awesome most of the time right now, and better and better with every day just about. So I've put a link to the grounding sheet that we have bought down below. So if you're in New Zealand or Australia, I think they ship to Australia as well, you can grab one of those from down there. And I'll pop a link to the same type of grounding sheet on Amazon, because they do have them on Amazon as well. All right, so if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, like and share with anyone you think might be interested. If you've got any comments or questions, pop those below and I'll get to them as soon as I can. I thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you again another day. Bye for now.